Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. The topic for today's session is key skills to develop for a Tableau developer role. To introduce myself, I am Debashish. I am a senior analyst in one of the top IT companies in the world. I have 15 plus years of experience in data warehousing and business intelligence. I have led multiple projects in Tableau, Cognos and Power BI. Today we will cover two key aspects. One is key skills required to become Tableau developer, and second is roles and responsibilities of Tableau developer. Moving on. So the key skills required to become Tableau developer starts with one, in-depth knowledge and understanding of RDBMS concepts, business intelligence and data analytics. So a person who is willing to be a Tableau developer should have in-depth understanding of the various RDBMS concept, DBMS concepts, and whatever happens in business intelligence purview, and the nuances of data analytics. Next, the person should be able to blend and integrate data from disparate sources. So the data source in Tableau can be from various sources. It can have multiple sources from a Tableau will ingest data. So a Tableau developer should have expertise in ability to blend and integrate data from different sources. Next is competency in data warehouse processes and being conversant with data mart, data lake, ETL, and hands-on expertise in transactional SQL queries. Now, data warehouse is a very key concept within data warehousing and business intelligence. So the developer should gain some understanding and practical knowledge of the various data warehousing concepts and processes, and he or she should be familiar with data mart, data lake, extract, transform, load processes, which we call ETL, and also should have good skills for creating TSQL queries or transactional SQL queries. Next is the person should have an inherent curiosity towards data, ability to think through the business requirements and transform the requirement to meaningful, actionable, interactive and insightful visualization. Now, to being a developer, it is not sufficient that the person should only know how to apply the tool or the software. The expectation from a developer is that the person should be able to crunch the data and be able to transform the data into something meaningful and actionable for the business through the dashboards and visualization. Okay, so moving on, let's look at the various roles and responsibilities of a Tableau developer. So the first role is understand the business requirement and plan solution to address the reporting needs. So when the Tableau developer gets a requirement from the business, it is very essential that that he plans a solution around it, and that solution should be able to address the reporting need. Second is integrating the data source into Tableau to get usable metadata. Now, as I mentioned before, that the developer should have the capability to integrate the data source into Tableau to get meaningful metadata, which will help him to create calculations within Tableau, and that can help him to create further computations or calculations which will be part of the measures and dimensions. Second is the normalization of the data and devise ways to transform the data to use it within Tableau. So if the data is denormalized, then the developer should be able to denormalize the data and transform the data to make it usable within Tableau. So both these points, the second and the third, deals with the transformation of the data within Tableau. So just to elaborate on the point, so if the data source is a data lake, then there are chances that the data that comes to Tableau can have some unwanted data points. So the developer should be able to create some data source filters or data filters which will filter out the unwanted or the data which is not required within Tableau, and then the filtered metadata can come within Tableau so that the developer can start working on it. Next is regular interaction with the stakeholders to review the progress and get feedback and enable incremental changes. Now it is very essential in today's business environment that there should be a two-way communication between the stakeholders and the developer, because if there is a gap in communication, then the idea of the business stakeholders do not get transformed correctly into a meaningful and actionable dashboard. So it is very essential that the developer is in regular interaction and with the stakeholders, and he attends the sprint meetings, etc., and gives a regular update to the stakeholders and enable incremental changes to the dashboard. The final point is creating accurate dashboards in line with business requirement. Test and publish the dashboards and schedule refresh. So once the incremental changes have been done and the final review to the stakeholders are being done, so the developer can go ahead and test the dashboards to see whether all the numbers are making sense, and then can publish the dashboards. If required, they can create a schedule so that the dashboard is refreshed at periodical intervals. So overall, we can see that if a person wants to be a Tableau developer, he should have a very good understanding and familiarity with the data and also a mind where he can read through the business requirements, crunch the data well, and has the ability or the knack to create some meaningful, intuitive visualizations for the business.